A lopsided matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell and Struz, they're the guards. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Brooklyn with the rebound. Johnson with it. Johnson sends the screen for Johnson. Off target from outside. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. And there's Hunter on the assist by Mitchell.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
And here's Johnson outside, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his 3-point shot as a weapon.
Mobley misses. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The recent history of the Nets. Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
And finished off by Williams.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Perfect use of the pick and roll. Mitchell just taking what the defense gives him.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Outside Thomas. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez.
So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Mobley is screened. Here's Mitchell. Takes it off the glass. Mitchell's got 6.
Mitchell is so efficient and crafty inside that paint. Sometimes you forget he's only 6'2".
Richard, something amazing about Donovan Mitchell. He averages over 20 points per game every single season.
Yeah, he is just a natural, talented scorer. He beats you in so many different ways. What I like most about his numbers, they go up in the postseason.
From deep, Thomas. Evan Mobley with the rebound. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 2. Allen, a screen on Williams. The deep three from Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. 56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Thomas outside. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mobley a screen on Thomas. The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
They're trying to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Johnson that can bang down low and knock him down at the stripe.
Launches a 3. Williams finds Thomas. Trains it from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Mitchell dishes to Allen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Nick Claxton.
Hard to stop a guy with Allen's physical gifts inside. He forces the defense to get sloppy and foul.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Thomas against Strus. Johnson with a screen on Strus. Johnson surveying the floor. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the 3. There's the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how.
It's been all about Keon Johnson for Brooklyn. He witnessed him delivering a series of 3-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. Right back after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one.
Donovan Mitchell.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Brooklyn.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with Johnson. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. A 3 off the inbound. The rebound by Johnson. Nets leading by 6. Outside Thomas. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Mitchell passes to Allen. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
For a big, Allen is so fluid, setting a pick and then gracefully rolling into position.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
The shot by Mitchell, no good.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Thomas. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. To the inside. Mobley dishes to Mitchell. Clock at 4. Shot from the top of the key. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
Johnson for 3. Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 13. It's deflected. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 10. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mitchell's got 12.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Johnson. 17 points in the game.
Nice pass by Cam Johnson, keeping his eyes up, letting things unfold.
And if you listen to Cam Johnson talk about shooting, my goodness, he is a student of the game.
Studies a lot of different shooters, constantly analyzing his own footwork. And you know what? The result speaks for themselves.
It's his first trip to the line. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Here's Thomas. Jared Allen grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Thomas passes to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Kicks it out to Johnson. That 3 off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Hunter. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. 6 points for DeAndre Hunter.
Sharing the love. If you get yourself this open, Mitchell will set you up.
Johnson, the pass to Thomas. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries. The Cavaliers trail by 10. And here is Mitchell. 12 points for him. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Johnson outside. Over in the corner, Williams. Johnson outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. So he gets them both. 8 seconds left in the first half. Right side, Russell. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so that brings the first half to a close. Nets lead by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Wade. He's out there with Tristan Thompson. Garland is out there with Sam Merrill. And it's Jerome in at the 2 spot. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you. Now, into the lineup for your Knicks. Number 26.
Here's Russell. Here he goes. And that one is good. Russell's got his first points of the game.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch.
And you look at the career of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's played for several teams, including the Lakers twice.
Teams keep trading for D'Lo for his offense. He can be electric. There is a reason why he's been named an all-star in his career.
Whitehead's checked in for Wilson. Garland, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Jimmy off target with his three. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Wade. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Russell with a wide open look. No good on the three. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
The Cavaliers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. On the free throw, no good. Nets leading by 4. Pass to Whitehead. There's the triple. And the 3-ball is good. Whitehead's got himself on the board with 3 there.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Now, here's Melton. Tight defense on him. Pass to Whitehead. Lets the 3 fly. Thompson with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. That free throw, good from Merrill. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Kicks it out to Garland. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Garland's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Quick release jumper from Garland there, showing how fast he can get rid of it.
Melton, no good. And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. Wade sets the pick for Garland. Pass to Wade. Back to Garland. And Merrill has it in the corner. Here's Jerome. 4 on the shot clock. The wide open look here for Garland. No good. That would have tied it. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Thompson, a screen on Russell. There's Garland. Pass to Jerome. It's good. This game is all even. Jerome's got it. Himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half court.
Now, here's Sharp. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. There's Garland. That gives them the lead. Garland's got the lead up to 2 now for Cleveland.
One of the harder jobs in the league today is trying to stay with Garland on that open floor. He's too quick. He's too savvy.
Shot to stop the run. Thompson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Wade. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Buries the long-range jumper. Whitehead's got 6. Cleveland's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Garland, that's for 2. Brooklyn with the rebound. Sharp's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Melton. A 3-ball. They grab their own miss. Jimmy. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And the game still closely contested as we end the 3rd quarter. Cleveland ahead as they... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this 4th quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Johnson is out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at the 3. So that's the next 5.
Easy for the big men Allen to get up and throw it down.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Claxton sets the screen for Johnson. And the Nets, another 3.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Thomas against Mitchell. From deep 3-point land. Mobley controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
When you're guarding Mobley, you have to finish the possession on D. Seal him off, or Evan, look, this man is going to punish you on that glass.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. Pass to Johnson. Thomas, a screen on Mobley. Outside for Thomas. No good from outside. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Mitchell passes to Strus. Mobley, a screen on Johnson. And it's Strus missing.
And I thought that was going to drive. Looked good from here.
Thomas against Strus for the 3. And Thomas is good for 3. Thomas got 22.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams put a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Pass to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. To the middle and taken away by Johnson. Outside Williams. Johnson outside. Here's Claxton, covered by Hunter. Thomas, a screen on Mobley. Johnson finds Thomas. Mobley with the block.
Already a stellar defender, Mobley proving he can be relied on to anchor for this team.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket for Mitchell. Thomas, a screen on Mitchell. And here's Johnson outside. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Pass to Mitchell. Cleveland moving it around. Fires the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. And now just a 2-point Nets lead.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Brooklyn's got 8 shots off from 3-point land and hit half of them. Williams looking over the floor. Mobley against Johnson. Johnson in the corner. Off target from 3-point range. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. In a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
3-on-3. From deep, Johnson. It's good from beyond the arc. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. Puts up a deep three. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Here's Johnson. Thomas dishes to Williams. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Almost, but it rolls out.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Mitchell outside. Buries the triple.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell, huge bucket. That man is fearless.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Thomas against Drews. It's stolen by Allen. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Johnson. Second personal foul. 10 seconds. Shooting for Cleveland.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
The last make was huge. Now, realistically, the worst-case scenario for them is OT.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm a medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat
Both of the organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, BA. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team.
And now the Washington Wizards starters. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Sarr in at the 5 spot. From deep, Johnson. Smart grabs the miss. Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Claxton. Smart for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Outside, Williams. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball. You jump ball.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Johnson for 3. That shot is off. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Washington shooting their first free throw this game. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, BA, it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Middleton, no good.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Thomas against Smart. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Launches it. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Claxton.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Smart outside. There's the drive. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez.
He is aware of the amount of disruption that Marcus Smart can bring to an offense. He said you can't attack him in pick and rolls and go at him in ISO, so we'll have to keep his assignment moving and run him ragged when he's on defense. Sounds like it'll be a busy day for Smart. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Williams. Johnson a screen on Middleton. Johnson passes to Johnson. From the arc. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
The shot's good.
And using that 6'7" frame to get in there and do work, Middleton will take on anybody.
The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Thomas. No good with the triple. Wizards trail by 3. George passes to Sarr. And stolen by Williams. Johnson for 3. Claxton controls the rebound and the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. They set the screen. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, we're was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Johnson with a bucket.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Smart, a screen on Thomas. Here's Coulibaly, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
It's just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Williams misses.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
George, his shot is good.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Now here's Thomas. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Claxton passes to Thomas. Johnson against Middleton. Clock at 6. 4-3. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor. Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Here's Johnson. 6 points for him. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Deflects the pass. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Pass to Coulibaly. Claxton with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Here's Middleton. 5 points in the game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound Brooklyn. Thomas outside. From outside the arc. Knocks down the long J.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
From deep three-point land. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Just in the nick of time.
Count the basket!
Oh, what a miraculous shot.
A big-time effort for Chris Middleton, providing a lot of energy for Washington. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court for Washington, we've got Marcus Smart. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then there's Sarr, and it's Coulibaly in at the shooting guard position. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Next foul. Keon Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Smart passes to Sarr. George outside. From deep. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
From deep, Johnson. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Thomas, that's good.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Now here's Smart. Rebounded by Johnson. Thomas outside. Outside Johnson. Fires the three. George with the block. They recover it. Shot clock at 5. Thomas finds Johnson. Thomas a screen on George. Williams from long range.
And even though Middleton doesn't pile up blocks, he has the length to disrupt shooters, and he did right there.
Johnson with a bucket.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Wizards trail by 7. Smart outside. Up top George. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And the bucket is good.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. And here's the fast break. Pass to Middleton. The 3. Drops in the 3. Now just a 2-point Brooklyn lead. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
With the drive, here's Sarr. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Sarr's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
Thomas outside. Back to Johnson. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by Middleton. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Coulibaly. Puts up a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Thomas passes to Claxton. There's the 3. It's rebounded by George.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Whew.
Outside Coulibaly. Driving in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Johnson passes to Johnson. Johnson a screen on Middleton. Back to Johnson. To end the drought. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Washington. They lead by a bucket. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. The Wizards with a lead. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big 3. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
We've got Sharp. Trendon Watford is out there with the Anthony Melton. Then it's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Whitehead in at the 2 guard. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Wizards leading by 4. Lets a floater go. The offensive rebound. And here's Kispert from the arc. Oh, hey! How about that? And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo! What a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Here's Whitehead. Here's Sharp. Melton outside. Pass to Whitehead. The 3. Outside Russell. Stolen by Holmes. Poole from long range. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got his 4th rebound in this one. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
That one no good. Wizards leading by 6. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Kispert. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 5 rebounds tonight. Watford the pass to Melton. Fires the 3. That shot off the mark. Kispert with some nice D. Washington has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Poole outside. From the top of the key, he buries it. And the Wizards lead by 8. The Nets have gotten 0 shots to go out of 6 attempts. Well, Doris, you covered him. Jordan Poole was electric in the 2022 NBA Finals.
Well, B.A., there's no doubt they do not win the title without Jordan Poole and the lift he gave them at various points in that finals run. This guy is electric on the offensive end when his game is working.
There's a screen. Here's Brogdon. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
2 minutes to play.
Watford outside. Whitehead passes to Sharp. Watford with it. Outside Russell. It's stolen by Poole. And here's the fast break. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the leg.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Russell from deep 3-point land. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Wizards on offense. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Pass to Kispert. This one for 3. Buries it from 3. Kispert's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Whitehead, guarded by Brogdon. And here's Sharp. Melton left side. It's tipped. Stolen by Holmes. Kispert with the ball. And Melton picks him up defensively. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Washington.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
To the middle. Oh, it's stolen. Now the Wizards in transition. And there's the whistle. And I think that was a clear path foul there. Yep, the offense will get 1 shot at the line and retain possession. And he drops the first.
Shooting 2.
So he gets them both. Well, the Nets are still feeling the ramifications of trading for James Harden, Doris.
Well, B.A., consider in that trade, they gave away Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and 4, count them, 4 first-round picks for a total of just 80 games played for James Harden. The reverberations are still being felt.
Looking to win the run. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, B.A., they haven't even made a conference finals. And yet again, they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
Whitehead passes to Russell. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Sharp with it. Poole picks him up. Sharp, no good. And here's Kispert from the arc. They grab their own miss. Pass to Brogdon. Now here's Kispert. The 3 ball. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Kispert's got 8 points in the quarter. And so it's Washington feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. They've had incredible success defensively. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Jordy Fernandez calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Nets trail by 18. So on the floor for the Wizards. George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Sarr. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Smart in at point guard. And for the Wizards, they're shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. Rebounded by Johnson. And the Nets shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. Johnson against Smart. It's George on the wing. Nails it from 3. And the Wizards lead by 18.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by George. Washington leading by 18. Pass to Sarr. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. No good. Down low. It's picked off. Now the Wizards in transition. And here they go. And George with the jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And it's Smart missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Johnson passes to Thomas. From downtown. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Outside Coulibaly. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Thomas misses.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Coulibaly. From deep, Sarr. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Well, defensively, against a young guy like Sarr, his size and energy can be overpowering.
No good on the second free throw. Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Nets trail by 18. Pass to Claxton.
The play. 4th quarter.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Smart for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Thomas. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Johnson.
Now Smart. George, a screen on Johnson. Here's Smart. Money from 17 feet out.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Wizards.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
Shot clock at 6. Thomas, that's good.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
58 seconds left in the fourth. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Thomas with a steal. And here's Claxton. Up again. It's good on the putback. And so Smart will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Poke loose. Takes a three. Claxton with a rebound. Here's Brooklyn. They're on a 14-6 run. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Back to Thomas. The kick out to Johnson. Out to the wing. Here's Claxton. They get it again. Hey, from beyond the arc. So it's Washington picking up the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this...
teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then it's Coulibaly. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Sarr in at the 5 spot. Middleton finds Smart. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it will be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now, here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
Teardrop shot. Smart misses. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Hunter kicks to Mitchell. We've played just over a minute here in the first. George looking around. Chalk up 2 there.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Allen with it. Got a piece of it. And here is Mitchell. It's hauled in by George. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Nice shot by Smart.
And you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Here's Mitchell. Allen passes to Mitchell. Back to Allen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that kind of bucket for Allen is just injecting energy into the team. One of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA.
Smart against Mitchell. Smart kicks to Middleton. From downtown, the Cavaliers pull it in. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar level talent.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And Max Strus picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Smart with this screen on Hunter. Pocket 6. Shoots. No good there off the double clutch.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Mitchell passes to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Hunter. Shoots. Gets a very good look and converts. Mitchell's got his second basket.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Middleton dishes to Smart. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Mobley. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Sarr throws it down.
So much fluidity from Sarr, going right at the rim with that slam.
And Sarr throws it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Mitchell looking it over. Oh, he jams it right over Alex Sarr.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Outside, Smart. That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Wizards. They lead by a bucket. We've got more hoops coming. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
So on the floor for Washington, they've got Smart, Sarr out there with George. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Koulibaly in at the 2 guard. Hunter against Smart. Over Hunter. And it's Strus with the rebound. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. Trailing by 2 to the paint from 10 feet out. That one off the back iron and out. Well, the Wizards shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Pass to Sarr. Looking for George. He gets it there. Offline with the baseline jumper. Mitchell against Smart. With the teardrop. Kicks it out to Mitchell. The 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Smart against Mitchell. Outside, George. Ball's knocked loose. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Middleton on the wing. Mitchell against Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Middleton. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's great signs to see Chris Middleton get up just like that.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's defended by Koulibaly. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. He gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Smart against Mitchell. Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 7 points.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Pass to Strus. And here is Allen. Stolen by Middleton. Here's George. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Mitchell kicks to Strus. Mitchell outside.
2 minutes remaining.
A 3.
2 minutes.
They get it back. Hunter, the pass to Mitchell. Allen, right side. Shot clock at 5. A 3 from Strus. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's George. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Mitchell.
And they got to bring the double team.
Second team foul.
Washington shooting their first free throw of the game. 1:36 left now here in the second. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? That's tipped.
Sharp defensive instincts from a rookie. Sorry, using those long arms to knock that one away.
It's George on the wing. Back to Koulibaly. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
For 3, Mitchell. Washington with the rebound. Sars got 4 rebounds now tonight. Koulibaly with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Takes a 3. Koulibaly, no good. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Again, Mitchell missing. Pass to George. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Washington in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. The Cavaliers trail by 9. We've got Wade. Darius Garland is out there with Sam Merrill. And it's Thompson. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
3-second violation.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Wizards leading by 9. Here's Brogdon. They set the pick. Pass to Champagny. Six to shoot. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's Wade with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Porter. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Porter's got his first 2 points.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Up top, Brogdon. Yes, that goes in. And the Wizards lead by 9. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Garland looking it over. Out to Wade. Pass to Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And the first one drops.
2 shots.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Wizards leading by 8. 90 seconds now into the second half. Back to Poole. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Using those hops to attack the rim. Poole takes flight.
And when you watch Kispert, Brent, you can see the aggression he plays with when he's going at the rim.
Yeah, sometimes Corey will surprise you because he's a spot-up shooter and he's elite at doing that, but he will attack, go in there and throw his body at guys to create some scoring opportunities.
Brogdon the pass to Champagnie. For 3, Kispert. Thompson with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Garland. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Garland's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Garland right now really doing a nice job of staying in perpetual motion.
Kispert, the pass to Champagnie. Back to Kispert. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. For Washington, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Corey Kispert taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 6. And Porter, here we go. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a... Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Personal, second team foul. At the line for 1, Porter. The play is
fast, and it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
2 minutes.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that one misses. Washington leading now by 4. Goes up, and the dunk by Kispert.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now, here's Poole. There's 1:40 left in the third. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And he knows exactly what he's doing. Garland gets inside and puts the defender in a position where he has to foul.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Rashawn Holmes with the flush.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Outside Garland. Pass to Wade. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind it out game.
The kick out to Poole. Misses the 3. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Gotta time up that clock to do so.
Garland left side. Wade a screen on Poole. The kick out to Porter. Wade sets the pick for Porter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Wizards lead.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen, to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Traps in the tray.
3 points.
Good shooter from behind the arc, selective when he does it. Love how Brogdon lets that one fly.
And here's Garland for 3. It's good from long range. Garland's got 10 points here in the second half.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
The Wizards shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good.
Malcolm Brogdon, 2 shots.
Brogdon hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Stolen by Middleton. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for Washington. Sarr out there with George. Then there's Smart. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Here's Mitchell. And the layup is good.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Mitchell against Smart. Banked in off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 6.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
That's tipped. Mitchell outside. Takes the 3. A putback. Mobley on the follow.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Sarr sets the screen for Middleton. High post shot. Yep, right through the net.
Middleton. Slippery play by Middleton. Comes off the pick and goes on the offensive.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Again, Mitchell missing. Wizards shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Middleton outside. Nice ball movement by Washington. Smart with this screen on Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Coulibaly. Hunter grabs the miss. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And one of Mitchell's great attributes, strength and explosiveness at the rim.
Smart against Mitchell. Pass to Coulibaly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, the defender all over.
That one is off.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line.
And that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession game.
From deep three-point land. Again, Mitchell missing.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Mitchell wide open. Buries it from three-point range. Mitchell's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
For 3. And Koulibaly gets it to go. And the Wizards lead by 7.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned. It's almost hard to believe that somebody can throw it down like that.
It's a small club, right, Rick? I mean, it's a pretty small club, that's
Very
for sure.
exclusive.
He can really rise up.
And the defense knows this. Somebody has to come over to contest.
Here's Smart. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as they've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. For 3, Mitchell. Here's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And now just a 2-point Wizards lead.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Smart dishes to George. And 1:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Good!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Cleveland gets it back. Here's Hunter. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, big time from DeAndre Hunter, letting it all hang out.
Driving inside.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Mitchell. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And Mitchell's energy level is really impressive. He's someone that doesn't give up on possessions.
Smart against Mitchell. Smart gets to Middleton. George sets a screen for Middleton. Outside for George. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 4.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game.
Much appreciated, David.
Thank you, fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
call. So the Nets starting 5. Down in the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Johnson is out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at small forward. And for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Hunter is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Strus in at the 3, a small forward. RJ, this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. This one for 3. A rebound by the Nets.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Thomas's shot is off. Pass to Mitchell. Now Cleveland moving it up. In the corner, it's Hunter. Back to Mitchell. 14 feet away. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
On the wing, Johnson. Back to Thomas. Clock at 6. Johnson in the corner. Fires from deep. Again, Thomas missing. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Following some ups and downs, Richard, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out.
Here's Johnson, the Cavaliers making the shot. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Here's Mitchell.
Zaire Williams. Pace first. First team foul.
Pass to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. Now Strus gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Sharing the love. If you get yourself this open, Mitchell will set you up.
Thomas, a screen on Mitchell. Johnson from outside. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Stolen by Mitchell. Now Cleveland moving it up. And it's Hunter with the jam.
High IQ by Mitchell. Gets his hands on the ball and sends it right up the court.
Thomas, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 5 now.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Mitchell. Beyond the arc. No good that time. Brooklyn trailing. One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick and roll game, and he's improved his distance from 3. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think D-Wade with a better jumper. Whether he's initiating the offense or playing off the ball, Mitchell is equally effective.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now, here's Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Thomas against Mobley. Over in the corner, Claxton. 5 to shoot. Johnson dishes to Johnson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley the pass to Mitchell. At the elbow, it's Allen. Thomas against Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Hands it from downtown. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Thomas outside, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
At the forward spot, it's Strus and Mobley. Mitchell is out there with Hunter. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. And so here's Cleveland following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Wanting the ball there. Mitchell getting those 3 points back.
Johnson finds Thomas. Three-pointer. Allen with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And it's Mitchell missing. Brooklyn's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. It's Thomas on the wing. 8 points for him. The tray. Hunter kicks to Mitchell. Allen a screen on Johnson. And it's Mitchell missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Now here's Hunter. 5 on the clock. Fires from way outside. Again, Mitchell missing. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Johnson, the pass to Thomas. From outside the arc. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mitchell with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And that one's good, Mitchell.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
So, Richard, when you look at Max Strus, what does he provide for this team?
For one, he's battle-tested, Kevin. He's a fearless shooter, and he's a guy that can get on a roll and hit clutch shots.
Now Mitchell, after Keon Johnson's three-pointer that didn't go.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic just like Mitchell.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here's Cleveland. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. It's stolen by Johnson. One-on-one here. There's the 3. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Mitchell outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell.
2 minutes.
Shoots from the elbow. And again, it's Cleveland.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go small. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Now, here's Mitchell. 17 points in the game. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Williams finds Johnson. Johnson sets the screen for Johnson. No good on the triple.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck with deep here. It's just not his night.
Strus's shot is good.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Thomas. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Thomas got 10. And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on a 13-4 run. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. He takes it in. In the corner, it's Hunter. Here's Williams. Finished off the break. And now just a 5-point Cavalier lead.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now, here's Mitchell. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
The length of Mobley, that's what's challenging for many defenders, which is why you pretty much resort to fouling him.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Here's Johnson. 7 points in the game. Outside Williams. Three-pointer. Cranes the three-pointer. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter. Hunter on the wing. Johnson with the rebound.
That's just the bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
The Nets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Second team foul.
The first free throw is good. And the Cavaliers with some changes. And Johnson drops them both. And a wide open look for Porter. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Cleveland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Sharp, DeAnthony Melton out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's Russell, and it's Whitehead in at the shooting guard position. And here's Russell after Darius Garland getting his shot to go from deep. Russell against Garland. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Darius Garland.
And you see Russell taking the hit on that shot. Great body control, potential and one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Now, here's Garland. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Cavaliers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And if you want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's Merrill. Pass to Wade. Out to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. That's good from Wade on the assist by Thompson.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Right side, Russell. Melton with a screen on Garland. Here's the three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Thompson. Fires from deep. Whitehead with the rebound. Nets trail by 5. Sharp, the pass to Melton. Beyond the arc. Tries again. Screen by Watford. A three-pointer is right on target.
3 points.
Whitehead's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Garland attacking. Makes it off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
Just slicing his way to the rack. This man is so crafty. I love it when Garland takes charge like this.
Basket good. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
Richard, take a look at DeAnthony Melton's game, a combo guard, and size him up for us.
He's one of the combo guards that every team loves to have on their roster. He can hit an open 3, but he can also guard a #1 offensive player on the other end and take the challenge every single night.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's the drive. They get it back. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
Next foul. Daron Sharp. His first team foul.
Here's Garland. Another miss by Garland. Brooklyn trailing. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Melton passes to Whitehead, and it's all evened up. Whitehead's got 5.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Wade dishes to Thompson. And there's the call on Trendon Watford. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Russell against Garland. 6 to shoot. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's Whitehead. 5 points in the game. For the lead. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kicks it out to Garland. Wade sets the pick for Garland. The Cavaliers again can't hit. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Pass to Watford. Back to Melton. Here's Watford. Lets the 3 fly. No good there.
How about the little guy throwing himself on the glass?
Thompson with it. He's picked up by Russell. The shot by Thompson, no good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Sharp, the pass to Melton. Right side, Russell. Here's Watford. And the Nets miss again. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Wade, a screen on Russell. A 3 from Garland. Rebound, Brooklyn. Watford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Russell passes to Whitehead. They set the pick. It's a tie game here in Cleveland. And coming up as soon as we return from break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Hunter is out there with Mitchell. And it's Strus in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Thomas sets a screen for Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Shot's good by Mitchell.
Perfect use of the pick and roll. Mitchell just taking what the defense gives him.
Johnson against Mitchell. Johnson kicks to Thomas. Back to Johnson. Thomas sets a screen for Johnson. Launches it. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Johnson.
3.
Thomas got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Brooklyn foul. Zaire Williams, his second, first team foul.
Allen, a screen on Johnson. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Johnson kicks to Thomas. Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. Claxton finds Thomas. Johnson with a screen on Hunter. Thomas, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Fires the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Mitchell's got 22 points.
Okay, this is what he does. Mitchell, he's got a scorer's mindset full on.
Johnson, the pass to Claxton. Thomas with it. Johnson outside. Pass to Claxton. Shot clock at 6. And the basket by Johnson. And the Nets lead by 3.
Look at the release from Johnson, getting that shot off before the defenders can close out.
And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Brooklyn leading by 3. Johnson with a screen on Hunter. Here's Thomas on the wing. Johnson from deep. Williams. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Deflects the pass. Claxton with the steal. Williams passes to Claxton.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. Hunter grabs the miss. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Here's Thomas. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Johnson. Back to Williams. Outside Thomas. From deep. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Strus. Oh, and they take the lead. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Mobley against Johnson. He's looking for Claxton and finds him.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Thomas against Hunter. Down low.
Long arms, moves the feet well. Johnson, tough on the defensive side.
Johnson attacking. It's good!
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Mitchell against Johnson. On the top of the key. The shot by Mitchell, no good. And stolen by Hunter. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Stolen by Mitchell.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
It's Williams, high post. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have.
our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K. Sport. Another and checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Johnson is out there with Cameron Thomas, and it's Williams in at the 3. And for the Wizards, George out there with Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Koulibaly in at the 2. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Here's Johnson. Outside Johnson. 6 to shoot. Here's Williams. Sarr pulls it in. Here's Washington now. Pass to George. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Here's Johnson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. He drops it from range.
Well, this is no longer an anomaly. Coach has tremendous confidence in Smart's ability to hit from three-point territory.
Johnson passes to Thomas. Pass to Johnson. Stolen by Middleton. It's a one-on-one situation. Fires from the wing. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Smart's got 5.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct, because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times. Had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
Now here's Smart. He's got 5.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Back to Thomas. The 3 is up. The shot won't fall. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's George. Rebound Brooklyn. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Johnson a screen on Smart. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Smart. Pass to Sarr. Back to Smart.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
For 3. And another miss by Washington. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. Thomas outside. And it's all tied up.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Smart with the ball. With to mark. And doesn't connect. That miss makes him 2 for 5. Thomas up top. Koulibaly defending. From deep, Johnson gets the 3 to fall.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Williams against Middleton. Pass to Claxton. Johnson on the wing. Back to Claxton. 6 on the shot clock. Nice move. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Smart passes to George. They need this. They get it back. Kicks it out to Smart. Lets a 3 fly. And the 3-pointer goes. Smart's got 8 points.
It's great seeing Marcus Smart drain these perimeter jump shots. You know he's put in the time to let that offense become a natural part of his game.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Pass to Claxton. It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
I guess you don't need 2 hands when 1 will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control. Middleton outside. Over Williams. And Middleton gets it to go on the assist from Smart.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a minute. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Sarr out there with George. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then there's Bilal Koulibaly. And it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Thomas passes to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Outside Johnson. To the right side. Here's Claxton. Plenty of space. The wide open shot is on the money.
Willing passers. Unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Johnson against Smart. Pass to Middleton. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
BA, I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
Every time I watch Sarr, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
Johnson passes to Thomas. It's rebounded by George.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Middleton from the outside. Brooklyn pulls it in. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Middleton against Williams. Middleton, no good. The Nets with a lead. Outside, Williams. Williams, a screen on Middleton. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now, if you're the defense, you can't allow Middleton to heat up out there. I mean, he can be so efficient from long range.
Washington has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And it's Coulibaly missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Thomas for 3. Connects from downtown. Thomas has got 6. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Pass to Thomas. Puts it up from the high post. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Thomas has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, execute the turnaround as well as he did there, and there's not much a defense can do about it. Just have to hope the shot's not falling.
Smart for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Thomas passes to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Fires from deep. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Smart against Johnson. Smart passes to George. Johnson against Smart. Back to George. Clock at 6. Outside Coulibaly. Pulls up. Williams grabs the board. Brooklyn leading by 7. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. Johnson a screen on George. Here's Williams. Thomas left side. And here's Coulibaly. Lets it go from deep. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
And the triple tightens this game up going into the break. Should be an exciting second half.
Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. Back to the game after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the floor for the Nets. They've got Trendon Watford. D'Anthony Melton out there with Sharp. And it's Whitehead in at the 2. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Brogdon up top. Kispert outside. Back to Brogdon. 5 on the clock. Brooklyn pulls it in. Here's Whitehead. Over to the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Wizards. Driving to the basket. Whitehead, shot is good.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Cool work in the interior.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Nets leading by 6. Here's the pick. Here's Melton. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Washington shooting their first free throw of the game. And Brooklyn with possession here. Melton outside. Nice move. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Pass to Whitehead. Back to Melton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. So the Nets making a switch here. Clowney's checked in. The Wizards trail by 7. Poole outside. Kispert, the pass to Holmes. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
Possession to Brooklyn.
Nets leading by 7. Melton, right side. Pass to Whitehead. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his third foul of the game.
Foul. 4th team foul.
Here's Whitehead, guarded by Brogdon. Here's Clowney. Shot clock at 5. And so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Basketball.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Well, the two-way abilities of Malcolm Brogdon have always been appreciated. This guy can score, but man, can he guard.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play can spark his group.
Wizards trail by 5. Pulls up for 3. Sharp grabs a miss. Fast break, Brooklyn. And the whistle blows on a backboard violation. Went over and back.
Basketball.
.146 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Poole, the pass to Holmes. Back to Poole. Brooklyn with the board.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
All right, Graham, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Poole Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 8 in the third. They set the pick, and Poole puts up a deep 3. Kispert outside. Second chance effort. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Washington shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Melton against Poole. Now here's Melton. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Pass to Whitehead. Melton against Holmes. From outside the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Melton's got 11 points in the quarter.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Poole. Yeah, that one's good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Whitehead, guarded by Brogdon. Whitehead passes to Melton. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Melton's got 13 points here in the second half alone. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Jacks up a three. And Watford pulls it down. Here's Whitehead. Outside Sharp. Pass to Melton. It's stolen by Brogdon. The shot comes out. And so it's Brooklyn closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Foul. First team foul.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. So Washington ends up going with a new group. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then there's Sarr, and it's Smart in at the one. That's the group for Washington right now. Here's Middleton. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Williams. And that one's good. And the Nets lead by 9.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Middleton outside. Back to Smart. Just 5 on the clock. Smart, a screen on Thomas. Coulibaly with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Smart outside. Pass to Sarr. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Williams in the post. George defending. George with a steal. Middleton from the outside. Williams grabs the board. Nets leading by 7. And Claxton throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Coulibaly, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it. The kick out to Johnson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Johnson against Smart. And Smart goes up strong at the rim.
I'll tell you, you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
Thomas outside. The 3 is up. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight. Coulibaly with it. Guarded now by Williams. Middleton outside. Pure from 3-point range. And now it's just a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Johnson passes to Thomas. Back to Johnson. Thomas outside. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Johnson. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, eyeing the lead, they give up a big triple.
They set the pick. Puts up a 3. And it's Coulibaly missing. Brooklyn leading by 7. Here's Thomas. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Middleton with it. Johnson on it. Sarr. And that comes off the assist by Middleton.
Great touch from the mid-range by Sarr. He knows he's got to keep drilling it from this area.
Oh, George with a steal.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Here's Smart, plenty of space. Claxton with a rebound. Brooklyn has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Middleton outside from the arc. He connects! And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, as good as anyone on the catch and shoot. Middleton deposits another J.
Now here's Johnson, guarded closely. Just 4 to shoot. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Shot by Johnson, no good.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Now, they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Sarr misses. Now Johnson. So it's a narrow victory for the Nets, pulling it out for the W. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold
but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with DeAndre Hunter. And it's Strus in at the small forward position. Back to Koulibaly. Nice ball movement by Washington. And they pick up 2.
Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. You get that one up quick.
Here's Mitchell. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Smart. From outside, off the mark. You know, Brent, the Wizards had a very tough 23-24 campaign, didn't they?
Very difficult for everybody, their fans, their ownership, and their coaching staff, which changed last year. Just 15 wins, a record low for a very prideful Washington franchise. Their offense struggled, their defense was 28th. On the bright side, a lot of minutes went to their younger players, so it's going to be another year of development in Washington.
Nice shot by Smart.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
For 3, Mitchell. They get it back. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. Back to Mobley. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Middleton with a screen for Smart. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. And here we go. Washington fast break.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The aggressiveness of Mitchell, willing to take on the entire team to earn that foul.
Donovan Mitchell, 2 shots.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Mobley, a screen on Middleton. And that one's good, Mitchell.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Middleton against Strus. Shots good by Middleton. Middleton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That is tough, watching Middleton find some kind of shooting window there and then knocking it down.
Kept alive. A kick out to Mobley. Mitchell outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's fun to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Wizards trail by 3. George sets a screen for Smart. There's 1:38 left here in the opening quarter. George dishes to Smart. Back to George. Pass to Smart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Mitchell. Smart misses.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Mitchell looking it over. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. Wizards basketball.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Strus against Middleton. Plenty of space. The shot's good.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 49 seconds left to play here in the first.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Takes it inside.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Smart against Mitchell. Out to the right wing. Outside, George. And it's sent back by Allen.
That's a great swat. Jared Allen gets up there. Hard to escape his reach.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. And that one drops. Mitchell's got 13.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's Smart. Jonathan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Cleveland. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
On the court for Cleveland. At the forward spot, it's Bruce and Mobley. DeAndre Hunter out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Allen in at center.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And that size and versatility make Jared Allen so hard to defend.
Mobley against George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Mitchell. Washington with the rebound. In transition, here come the Wizards. Here's Koulibaly.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Mobley outside. For three, Mitchell. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
You're smart. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal.
It's on Jared Allen.
Second team foul.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
And George kicks to Middleton. That ball, nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Cavaliers trailing. Mitchell right side. Here's Mobley, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This is his first free throw of the game.
First team foul.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
He's off on the second. Wizards have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Smart. Good D by Mitchell. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Allen, a kick out to Mobley. Wide open. The Cavaliers again can't hit. George with the ball. He's picked up by Mobley. George passes to Middleton. Count it. Good. Middleton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Wizards.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots. We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
And Mobley throws it down.
Excellent pass from Mitchell. His teammates are so fortunate to have a guy to make them better.
Middleton outside. Lays it up off the glass. Middleton's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Mitchell. It's tipped.
Sharp defensive instinct from the rookie. Sorry, using those long arms to knock that one away.
Middleton dishes to George. Takes a 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
That's good by Mitchell.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Pass to Song. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Song's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Wizards. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, the leaping ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
Outside, Smart. Now, Sarr. Middleton outside. Shot clock at 5. Excellent D there from Allen. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Mitchell passes to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. And Sarr pulls it down. Fires the 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Wizards out front, leading by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
We've got Rashawn Holmes. Jordan Poole is out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Then it's Corey Kispert. And it's Champagnie in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. I tell you what, Brent, this Jordan Poole is one confident player.
Yeah, his mindset, though, Kevin, has to shift to being more consistent. So we've seen these outbursts in scoring from Jordan Poole. But really, you want to have a more reliable player in what he does both offensively and defensively. Hopefully he finds that.
Poole, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Thompson. The rebound by Champagnie. From the Wizards, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. For 3, Kispert. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Garland fires from way outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The 3. Thompson dishes to Wade. Kicks it out to Garland. shoots the three. It's rebounded by Poole.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Holmes. Wizards passing it around. Stolen by Garland. Merrill with the ball. Picked up by Poole. Merrill gets the bucket.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And Brogdon, here we go. And Malcolm Brogdon, has moved around a little bit in his career, but he's always found a way to contribute.
Well, I think coaches appreciate, Kevin, the way that Malcolm plays the game in terms of his efficiency. They can always use that ability out there. A guy who makes solid decisions with the ball and is a knockdown shooter with high percentage.
There's Garland. The rebound by Champagnie.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Garland against Poole. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good with the triple. Wizards leading by 6. Brogdon outside. Pass to Holmes. 17-foot shot on the way. And good coming on the assist by Brogdon.
And Holmes looking to expand his game just a little bit, aware of bigs that have the ability to shoot the ball.
Count it.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Garland against Poole. Now here's Brogdon. 1:41 left to play here in the third. Champagnie hits the three-point bomb. Champagnie's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Garland. The three from Poole. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Holmes, good. Holmes got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, coaches from the sideline screaming, get a body on Richaun Holmes, why don't you?
Wade passes to Thompson. Off with the layup. And Brogdon's got the ball here for the Wizards. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Here's Champagnie, guarded by Garland. And it's good, 2 points. Champagnie's got 5 now.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Back to Garland. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, Garland taking the bump that time, and pretty good focus on that play.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Washington leading now by 8. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Kispert. D right on him. Kispert setting the pick for Poole. With the drive. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Merrill. Misses the 3. That shot, no good. And so it's Washington in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Mitchell. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Hunter is out there with Mitchell. And it's Strus in at the small forward.
And that's Mitchell at his best. Playing the quarterback on this offense and leaving the D grabbing for air.
And there's the drive. Coulibaly. No good that time. Hunter with some nice defense. Mitchell kicks to Hunter. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
Good move for Hunter to get to the inside, and he just navigated the defense well.
Smart against Mitchell. Outside, Smart. Outside, George. Puts up a three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's Strus on the wing. Back to Mitchell. Mobley is screen on Smart. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket for Mitchell.
And Mitchell is a flat-out scorer of the basketball. He loves doing it in a variety of ways.
Pass to Coulibaly. Middleton on the wing. Mitchell against George. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Middleton, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Well, Middleton on the higher ground here in this one tonight, shooting it well.
Mitchell outside. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Drives to the hoop. And Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Pass to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. Over Coulibaly. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. Again, Mitchell missing. Wizards leading by 6. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Latrey. Sarr. It's good on the putback.
When you ask the coaches about Sarr, they rave about his motor.
For 3, Mitchell nailed from 3-point land. Mitchell's got 28 points for the game.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Sarr sets the screen for Smart. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Mitchell kicks to Strus. Cleveland moving the ball around. 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. You have to use better judgment there.
The elbow, it's on. Stolen by Mitchell. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
Oh, big time from DeAndre Hunter, letting it all hang out.
For Washington, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Outside for Smart. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. 2nd team foul.
On defense, Cleveland. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Outside, Smart. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. It drops.
Oh, huge basket from the big fella Sarr. This rookie is fearless.
For 3, Mitchell. It's hauled in by George. 16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here's Middleton. And so it's the Wizards with the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.